It was a good, ugly game tonight. Is that a good way to say it? It was a good, close, ugly game tonight. They had a ton of turnovers. We had a ton of turnovers. A lot of free throws shot, 43 fouls called. So I don't know that that's pretty to watch, but nonetheless, it was in that fourth quarter when they, got to the foul line early, it, cut into some of the lead, and we got to get better on finishing the game when we're pressured like we were on the perimeter. I think we started making shots. I think we got some transition baskets, some open looks. Our post play carried us tonight. I didn't think our seniors on the perimeter were very effective. I thought they got sped up a lot. I thought Texas's half court, close up in you, physical defense didn't allow Moon and Dejanay, to relax. It was like they were always in a hurry. We're so athletic. We have depth. Like I said, I thought our perimeter play was not very good tonight. Not only did they foul out, they did some things offensively and defensively that was out of character. And I want to be careful because maybe Texas made them play that way. I need to go back and look at the film. But that's kind of our identity. Sometimes we get off to a slow start and then bam, we'll hit you real quickly with a lot of transition stuff and some big buckets. And we've done that quite a bit this year. She got hot there in the third quarter, and my message to her was don't make it a one-on-one battle with Collier or anybody. Play within the team and you're going to dominate right here. And she did. And she and Queen both. I think Queen had a double-double. NaLyssa was 2 or 3 rebounds away from having a double-double. Those kids were athletic on the defensive end of the floor. They just battled.
I feel like once you see yourself doing something good, it builds your confidence, builds the momentum in the game. So, like I said, you feed off the team. You saw everybody get hyped. Everybody's pulling for each other. That's what makes us win games.
I can tell you that they play hard. I can tell you that he has talent on that floor. And when we prepare to play Texas, just like when we prepare to play West Virginia or anybody in this league, we know we're going to be in for a battle. I would think all these kids play against each other either in high school or summer ball, so they all know each other. I think each kid that grew up in the state of Texas, if you're a women's basketball fan or kid that grows up in Texas, the history of Baylor University. I don't know, how much they know about Texas's previous Final Fours, because, that's many years ago, but I know I certainly do. You just kind of know Baylor, you got A&M, you got Texas, you got three schools within a radius of each other. And I'm sure that makes it a little bit more intense.
And when you see your players out there, having a great time celebrating like that, what does that make you feel?
Well, competitors do that. Sometimes trash talking gets a little bit too much, but there was a lot of that going on tonight on both ends. So as long as it doesn't become a distraction and as long as it doesn't become, something that's not healthy and good, competitors just find ways to compete. And I just thought, Texas competed tonight. We competed, and we got that one more W so that we're the outright champ. I do. And I mean this out of respect for some of the teams we've played of late, guys. OU is a hot basketball team right now. And we took a very, a good team and beat them at OU. Texas, as you can see, is an improved basketball team. And we took their best shot and we won the game. K-State had to deal with all the COVID stuff. That was our last game. So we're taking best shots late here in the season. We still have to go to Kansas, and we've got a West Virginia team that comes to our place Monday. I just think that our schedule is such that the last week and a half of the season, we've played Oklahoma State, we've played OU, we've played Texas, Kansas State, And then we still got to play West Virginia and Kansas. So we've got the upper echelon of the Big 12, late in the year. And I think that's just going to help us.
For sure. You can see everybody's game growing. You can see everybody playing with a lot more confidence now. I just see us keep going, getting better and better.
We're itching to play. And I keep my fingers crossed, not only for our basketball team, but for every basketball team that's headed to a conference tournament next week or two. Because I hold my breath that when those teams leave these conference tournaments, that none of us are affected by COVID or quarantining before the main dance, and that's the NCAA tournament. But it makes me very nervous because hotels are going to be, people in hotels are going to be, they're open to the public, and I read today that governors and states are, loosening the protocols and mask and procedures, and restaurants staying open till noon. And I'm not a scary type person. I've had COVID, but I do worry about teams that have played so hard to earn the right to play for a national championship. And I just hope men and women, guys, none of us have to look up and one day go, they can't play, they don't have enough players, or even if they do have enough players, that their main players are not there. But I don't get to make those decisions about conference tournaments.